30 in Vietnam, where I am right now. And I'm at a restaurant. I just had dinner at this restaurant. You see how so much in Vietnam is nature related. You see how everything is open, all the plants and everything, the trees and everything. And the people are so shy. But anyway, I'm walking. That's the restaurant I just ate at. I'm gonna walk around so y'all can see this. So what I had on my mind today is this end time prophecy stuff. You know, sometimes I'm talking about end time prophecy, not on YouTube though. But from everything that I've been able to gather, end time prophecy is a hoax. It's a big hoax. And why is it a big hoax? Because it has absolutely it is mentioned no place in the contract. Now remember, the contract in y'all's religion, y'all call it the Mosaic Covenant. All right, that's the contract. End time prophecy is not in the contract. It's not in there. In fact, it contradicts the contract. Now, some of you religionists will say, "Oh, DrYasapa, he don't know the Bible. He don't know the law." Right? He don't know the Bible. He don't know the prophet said this and the prophet said that and all that kind of stuff. Okay, I can assure you that that's not the case. All right? End time prophecy is not anywhere to be found in the contract. In fact, the contract says that the only way to get our self-redeemed, get back in our land, right? Get your stuff back. In other words, take hold of your birthright. The only way to get that back as a nation is to follow the instructions that were given to Moses. Period. There's no mention of a new covenant. There's no mention of a savior. All of this stuff in end time prophecy, y'all hear their music system. I guess that's the DJ right there. But this is the restaurant. It's actually nice. Imagine if you had your family there, or if you're, let's say, dating somebody, right? You got your own little private space. But for me, it's too bright here. I think it would be better if it were more dim, more romantic, instead of all lit up with these bright white lights. All right, I don't like bright white lights. One, they're dangerous for your health because they cause cancer because of the intensity of the energy that they emit. Two, they're toxic to the environment, right? And you can wind up getting melanoma. All right, you wind up getting cancer from these bright white lights, and you wonder how it happened because you stayed in the house out of the sun. Well, they never told you that these bright whites cause cancer, and now you know why they promote these bright white lights, why they're so cheap, right? Because they want to shorten your lifespan, and in the process of shortening your lifespan, make money off of you, right? Through getting you involved in the healthcare system. Everybody see that? But anyway, it is what it is. So let's go back to it. So the only way to get out of the curses, to get out of the punishments, is by following the Most High's instructions, which are at their essence natural law. That's the only way out. Read Deuteronomy chapter 30. All right? Read Deuteronomy chapter 30. Okay? Why did we get kicked out of the promised land? The land that was promised to our ancestors and to us. Why? For worshiping these external deities. That's why we got kicked out. See, you all have been misled. Some of you intentionally, others, you have teachers who don't know this stuff, all right? But in any case, whatever the motive, whatever the reason, you're in religion and you're on the wrong track, and you'll always be in the punishments and the curses, right? Because you're worshiping, reverencing, honoring external deities, all right? Period. Nothing else to it, okay? This is a contradiction when you're talking about end time prophecy, it contradicts the contract, right? You don't know what end time prophecy is. How did you make it through Christianity and you don't have a clue about what end time prophecy is, right? Great tribulation, Armageddon, all of that stuff, all of that garbage. All right, all of these prophecies of the New Testament Messiah. Okay, now if y'all saw my work, the presentation that I did on all Abrahamic religions are a hoax, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, Josephus, the whole book of Josephus is a hoax. All the books of the Maccabees are a hoax. Why? Because they contradict the instructions that were given to Moses. They contradict what Moses said. Go back and watch the videos that I did with Sarnetta. In fact, if you go to Zion Law School on YouTube, the video I did with Sarnetta is on the home page. Just watch that video. All right, watch that video. And then also watch the one I did with Dr. G, the official house of reawakening minds or something like that, right? But all Abrahamic religions are a hoax, or all Abrahamic religions are a something, right? Something like that. I don't remember the titles. But y'all go back and watch that, all right? There is no reality. There's no substance to end time prophecy except for what? Except for the manufacturing of events to make it look like end time prophecy is real. Yes, that's right. Secret societies manufacture the world events. Huh? Even if it causes people to lose their lives. These are manufactured wars to keep you in what? Keep you in fear. Keep you in belief. These are magicians. These are dark priests. This is the dark priesthood, and they create reality through imagery, through tragedy, right? Remember we read about that in the Devil's Pulpit? Through tragedy. Okay? So they create these end time prophecies, and they create the events that make them look like it's true. Y'all see how they got you? Huh? Okay? The reality is that the only way to get into the material wealth, the luxury, the success side of life, which y'all call in religion the blessings, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1 through 15. The only way to get into that is to what? Return to the Most High. All right? And that has absolutely nothing at all to do with what you Hebrew Israelites and Christians are teaching and doing. Okay? Absolutely nothing to do with that. Huh? What good is it for you to know a breakdown of a prophecy? How does that benefit you? How does having some information benefit you? If you understand the breakdown of a prophecy, or if you can precept this and precept that, how does that benefit you other than you're able to say, well, this means that and that means that, which is really you're just coming up with what? Metaphors and explaining them. The metaphors can be explained using any topic. That's why they're metaphors, right? Okay? What good is it for you to know something? It's just head knowledge. How has it changed your life? How has it changed your behavior? That's the thing, right? So if you know a breakdown of a prophecy, so what? If there's some book that somebody is telling you that came out and some new information that came out, so what? So what? How does it benefit you? How is it affecting your behavior? This is not affecting you in any way whatsoever, unless you're the kind of person who likes to talk and debate, or you have some ego things going on. You know, you might find some pleasure or value in that, being able to beat somebody up debating, right? But in terms of substance, it's irrelevant. It is absolutely irrelevant. The only way back into Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1 through 5, which is the wealth, the material, tangible wealth, is by returning to natural law. In other words, following the Most High's instructions, all right? Nothing to do with end time. I know I've said that over and over and over again, probably over the last 5 minutes. But it is what it is, y'all. So when you follow natural law, that's action, that's behavior. That's action, that's behavior. And importantly, much, much more importantly, you're not worshiping external deities, right? Which is why we got kicked out of the promised land. But in your end time prophecy stuff, you're worshiping a Christ figure and you're worshiping the Father deity of the New Testament. Now, some of that might sound strange and confusing to you all, right? Some of it is strange and confusing. You are invited to subscribe to our 101 Ancient Ibaryath course. It's a streaming course. You can access it at home, at work, 24/7 because it's streaming and it's online. You can also come, you're invited to come, observe and participate in our Saturday class. It's a live class, okay? The name of the class is 506, the Curses course, all right? And we go through Deuteronomy chapter 28. We are studying verses 15 through 29. And we do a word for word examination and evaluation. Y'all say, in religion, y'all say a breakdown, right? We go and we examine these texts. We determine what they mean literally, okay? We do what you've seen done in the devil's pulpit, but we do it to a much, much more sophisticated extent, okay? And as I always tell y'all, you're going to find in many, many cases that what's in the Ibaryath is different from the English, okay? So the question becomes, why is it different? Is it intentionally, are they deceiving? Is it an honest error? Okay. Now, you know you're dealing with the dark priesthood. You know you're dealing with people who want to enslave you and have you work into their benefit. You know you're dealing with people who want to control your mind and your body. All right. Okay. Doesn't that explain why end time prophecy? Doesn't that explain end time prophecy? Think about it. They got y'all all wrapped up in the Middle East. Everybody's mind is focused on the Middle East and Gog and Magog and always something in the news, right? Keeping you trapped mentally, afraid. Keeping you afraid and trapped. Okay? Under that spell. Under the spell. Hear what I'm saying to y'all. Okay? They manufacture events so that you can think it's fulfillment of prophecy. All right? That's what's happening, y'all. Okay? All right. So that's this place. Actually, I like it here. It's not the best that I've seen, but I like the open spaces here. The bright lights are too much for me. I don't, for me, that's a little bit overstimulation. You know what I mean? But I guess they like it. Or maybe they don't say anything because maybe they feel like they don't have a choice, right? Because this is a communist country. I found that they have a totally different way of thinking than we do in the West. You know, They just go with the flow. And whereas I think in the West, we don't do that so much, right? We tend to make requests and make demands. All right. So anyway, those are my thoughts. So if y'all trapped in end time prophecy, if you're running around here scared, or if you're running around here trying to figure out what end time prophecy means, or what the elements of end time prophecy means, you might want to reevaluate that, because I can assure you, you're wasting your time and your energy. All right, with end time prophecy. Return to the Most High. The contract is what's important. Okay, the contract governs everything. The contract governs everything. End time prophecy is a hoax. All right, and I proved that. Y'all will go back and watch the video I did. All Abrahamic religions are a hoax. I did it with Sadnetta, and I also did it with Dr. G. I think the one I did with Sadnetta is more detailed, because the one I did with Dr. G, she kept interrupting me. But you'll see this if you go back and watch those videos. You'll see the evidence. All right. So break the God spell, get educated. Break the God spell, get educated. Don't be nobody's fool. Don't be somebody's monkey. All right? Don't be somebody's fool, and don't be somebody's monkey. Don't be somebody's monkey. All right? Okay? Educate yourself. Break the God spell. Put some effort into finding out whether or not what I'm saying to you has any evidence in reality. Okay? Do that. See what you come up with. Ask your teachers. Watch the videos that I did with Sadnetta. All Abrahamic religions are a hoax. And then go do the research. Don't rely on what I told you, but go do the research yourself. Okay? And then once you have a firm understanding of what I presented, then go ask your teachers, hey, take a look at this. What does this mean? And see what type of response you get. Okay? And ask them to give you a response based upon evidence and facts. Evidence and facts, not on doctrine and not on beliefs. Okay? Give you an answer that has some substance. All right? Don't repeat what you already been told, or what they've already, don't accept that. Especially if they say, well, you just ain't ready, or, some of the canned answers that the religious people will give you if you ask them a question. All right? Try not to accept that. Okay? Be good to yourself. But anyway, if y'all have anything y'all want to say about the topic, put it in the comment section. I'll make an effort to respond to your comment. All right. So to your question. Okay. I'll give you an answer. But again, end time prophecy is a time waster. It is a time waster. End time prophecy is a time waster. It's meant to keep you mentally trapped and afraid. Mentally trapped in the paradigm of religion, being handicapped both mentally and physically. You're in fear. You're in fear. Okay, you're worried about burning in hell. Okay, for those of y'all who know y'all doing dirt, it gets expensive because you got to buy your way out of it with the tithing and the supporting all of the funds in the church or camp, right? So you can buy your way out of that. It gets expensive. All right. So all you really need to do is return to the Most High. Start following natural law. You got to learn what natural law is, but it's free for you to do that, right? You can do that on your own. You don't need me to do it. Okay? You don't need me to do it. You can do it on your own, the same way I did it on my own. Okay? All right. I'm Dr. Yasapa from Zion Law School. Thanks everybody for subscribing to our Streaming 101 Ancient Ibaryath course. Thanks everyone who has purchased the 911 Ibaryath Rescue book, the International Edition. And thank you to everyone who has purchased our other books. All of the links are in the description area of this video. So I want to say thank you. I am very appreciative of your support. Anybody who wants to support us with a cash donation or investment, however you see it, Cash App is $ Dr. Yasapa, $DrYasapa, and then PayPal is paypal.me/Zion Law School. All right. All links to everything that I talked about in terms of ways that you can support us, ways that you can return to the Most High, the Ibaryath books that I wrote and we published through Zion Law School. All of those are in the description area of the video. All right. All of them are in the description area of the video. I am publishing Ibaryath books, writing and publishing Ibaryath books. So y'all go get them, reclaim your heritage, all right? Reclaim your heritage. The quality is excellent, all right? The quality is excellent in these books. So reclaim your heritage, go out and get the library, okay? Especially the I Can Read Deuteronomy chapter 28, volumes 1, 2, and 3. I'm working on volume 4 right now. I'm also working on the Ibaryath grammar book, and I'm also working on translating the first 5 books of the Hebrew scriptures into Ibaryath, the Ancient Ibaryath, and then from Ibaryath, its literal meaning in English. That means there will be no Jeremiah 8:8 occurrences. No, in other words, there's not going to be any doctrine. It's going to say what it's supposed to say. That's what I'm trying to say. It's going to say what it says in the Ancient Ibaryath. It'll say the same thing in the English. All right. So y'all hear those insects? They're loud, aren't they? Anyway, that's the name of this restaurant, y'all. That's the name. I don't know how to pronounce that. At some point, I'm going to learn the language here, but I just don't have time to do it. But anyway, so if you want to support this work, if you want the House of Yasharallah, if you want the Moors to have our own publications so that we don't have to depend on the Khazars, we don't have to depend on all of these people who are responsible for the Jeremiah 8:8 occurrences. If y'all want our own stuff, stand up like men and women, or if you're a young person, congratulations to you if you want to support this work, all right? All right? We have to support producing our own publications, all right? It is what it is. I'm Dr. Yasapa from Zion Law School. Shalawama and Islam to all of the Moors.